Okay, this is our most recent war against Mother War. It's basically over at this point, but it was pretty close for a while. But we just had, a lot more 3 stars than they did. Basically everything below 6 here was 3-starred by our enemy. Yeah, but they had trouble with our Town Hall 8s. And a lot of trouble with our 2 Town Hall 9s. They, on the other hand, have a Town Hall 10, but a very new Town Hall 10. He only has 1 Inferno. And then he had 2 Town Hall 9s, and the rest were, there were a few Town Hall 8s. So definitely, they had the defensive advantage, and even a bit of an offensive advantage at the top. But we are pulling through, and we likely will pull through. Anyways, this is a cleanup attack on number 1. Let's just take a look at his base. So, we can see here he's pretty much maxed or near max. He's got, level 2 expos only, and, low level heroes, low level walls. But everything else is pretty much max for Town Hall 9, and then he has a single target Inferno up top, so he's like a new Town Hall 10. Anyways, we weren't exactly sure how to approach this base because we don't have a lot of experience taking on Town Hall 10s, even with like a single Inferno. The idea was, well, we just didn't know where everything was. He could, there are a lot of spots here for single giant bombs, but not necessarily doubles. There could be one here, there could be one here, there could be one here, there could be one here. There could be one here, there could be one here. And, some people put them outside, so there could be one here, there could be one here. And then he has 4 Teslas, which, they could be in any of those spots as well. So we just, we didn't know what to do. Our first attacker, he approached us with he wanted to do a GoHo strategy. He wanted to bring a golem here up top to basically tank for this single Inferno, and then he was going to launch hogs at the top to kind of quickly take out that Inferno. He's going to take 4 heal spells. As far as getting the CC lure, he was going to send loons in from the bottom here to target this cannon, and then come in and take this mortar and get the CC lure and then kill them. So we'll take a look at his attack and see how that went. Alright, so he drops a loon at the bottom, just to try to get the CC lure. He's going to need to take that cannon out first, though, because that exists outside of the CC radius. But there's 2 seeking air mines there. So he sends another loon, which is right, to try to get in there deeper to get the CC lure. He's starting to get the CC lure, but he only gets a few archers and looks like a wizard. 2 wizards. And that CC can hold 25 troops, so he's definitely left some wizards behind probably, since those were the last troops to come out. So he's trying to get them bunched up and also kill at the same time. He tried to do a loon drop. He's never done it before, so that didn't go too well. He's more experienced with using wizards like this to get the kill. So he killed those CC troops. Of course, there's still some CC troops left. So he sends the king in here on the right side to kill the queen, which is right. That was good. But he's just taking a lot of damage, and the king just kind of goes down really quickly. Those ground expos just have a lot of range. So he sends a hog in. Well, he sends his golem in to tank. And he's just, a little bit slower here. So that golem is going to quickly die from a single target Inferno. All his hogs are going in. They're doing pretty good damage. You see the last two wizards have come out, and he gets heals down pretty early, to try to keep his hogs alive. But there's just too much damage coming in. He's got like 2 or 3 wizards. They just do so much splash damage. And so at this point, he's lost the majority of his troops. And so, he's going to try to go for the 50%. At least that's what I assume that's what he's trying to do by taking out these like outside buildings. There's a lot of outside buildings, but look, there's a Tesla. And that Tesla's likely there to stop the CC from being lured because it's right on the edge of that CC radius. So, this attack is going. Yeah, everybody's taking damage. And that's pretty much the attack. It was unfortunate. It was actually somewhat the way that I was going to attack the first way, but luckily Chris said, well, unlucky for Chris, but lucky for me, he did his attack, and so then I could decide that wasn't probably the best strategy to go for against this base. So let's take a look at the base one more time and see how I would have attacked, or how I did attack. Okay, so if we look at the CC radius, the Tesla here and the Tesla here, they block it, and this cannon here blocks it, but there's like, an air mine and an air mine here. So my idea was I was going to, let's see, so I'm going to send 1 loon in, I'm going to wait a few seconds, then I'm going to send 2 more loons. This way the loons are spread out. The first loon takes the air mines out, so the other 2 loons are fine, and then the other 2 loons can go in and hopefully get the whole CC pull. While that's happening, because that takes like a lot of time to do, we saw from Chris's attack that there was a giant bomb here and there was a giant bomb here. So I'm going to send 1 hog in each of these ways to trigger these 2 giant bombs so that my hogs don't have to worry about it. Alright, so, once I get the CC pull, I'm going to do the loon kill in the same place, down below by this elixir collector. I have more practice with it, so that should be fine. But the big thing here is, there's a lot of DPS, and, there are a lot of high hit point structures. So what we notice here is that between this elixir storage and this elixir collector, it's out of range of the Inferno Tower, but it's in range of the Expo. And what's nice is that the heroes are right there. And because this base is symmetrical, it's true on the other side as well. So my idea was to send a golem here and send a golem here. And put my Archer Queen over here and my BK over here. The Barbarian King is going to take out, this Archer Queen, and this Archer Queen is going to take out this Barbarian King. But the more important part is that these golems are essentially going to tank for all these point defenses, like these Archer Towers, these Expos, everything. So that when I send my hogs in from the top, they're not going to take like any damage. I'm going to put a rage down in order to get them through the Inferno, all these like splash damage units, and like these Teslas and Archer Towers pretty quick. And that way, I can save my heals for lower down in the base. The the idea with spell placement is that, I will rage here and I will You know, put a heal here. Whoops, that's really big. But whatever, you get the point. And a heal here, and then I'll have another heal, and I'll just see like where I need to use it. I'm not exactly sure. Anyways, we can just watch my attack, and we can see what happens. Alright, so I'm going to start with the loon drop. So 1 loon, wait a few seconds, 2 more loons, so they're spread apart. I'm going to come up on top and send 1 hog in to just trigger these giant bombs so that they don't affect the majority of my hogs. Tesla's popped as well. As we can see, like, the first loon died. The other 2 loons, they're going in. Second loon died. We're going to get the lure. So luckily we got the whole lure with just that amount. You know, I bring him down with an anchor archer. Then I'm just going to use barbs to kind of bunch up these troops. This is always a little bit of a pain to do. So at this point I'm like, okay, I'll just, you know, loon drop. I don't have all the time in the world. But I left, there was a wizard left. So I just used a couple barbs and a wizard to take care of him. So here I'm going to go with the golem. So 1 golem on the left, 1 golem on the right, BK on the right, AQ on the left. And you can see the expos are just tanking. And all these point defenses are just engaged with the golem. So my hogs here are dropped on the top. And I quickly, you know, 3-finger drop that. And they're just taking care of these defenses. So by the time that these expos even target my hogs, they've already like cleared so many defenses. So I get to use my heals a lot lower. And at this point I'm just kind of waiting to see where I need to use my last heal. You know, so some hogs got hit by a giant bomb there. So I decided to use it there. And I'm just dropping wizards to clean up around. As you can see, I haven't even used my hero abilities at this point. So, you know, we definitely cleared this base out pretty well. And I decided to use the AQ ability just to, you know, get this town hall down and get some more troops out. BK ability for the same reason, just to clear some structures and get more troops going. And that's it. Heroes ended with full life, which is a rarity at this level. So, hope you guys enjoyed that. That was a 3-star cleanup.